Hi everybody, this is my first, preview for my live that will be going on tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. To give you a bit of an example of how I'll be doing things, this is just my daily tarot draw. As I go live tomorrow, I will be pulling cards for anybody who wants a reading. And I will also have my pendulums handy, so anybody who's interested in asking some yes or no questions to my spirit guides, which are my brothers and my dad, I'm more than happy to do that. And of course, did not burn just right. There we go. There we go. Okay. My spell jar is getting full. Here we go. Got my double incense going there. All right, so I've already pulled my daily cards through the first week of February. So I'm starting with February 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. So the 8th through the 14th daily cards here. When I go live tomorrow, I won't be doing daily cards. I will simply be here to answer any questions that you guys do have for me. This video is just kind of a preview of what kind of content you'll be seeing. I'm going to start doing lives regularly. All right, so the 8th, Saturday, we have the 5 of Pentacles in the morning. Hardships, financial difficulties. Oh, but we move on from them in the afternoon, it looks like. So whatever starts off in the morning on the 8th is going to be okay. You're going to move on in the afternoon. The difficulties are temporary. That was the 8th. Now let's go to the 9th, starting off with death. Death does not necessarily mean actual literal death. It could mean positive changes. So don't automatically assume a death card is negative. It could be the death of an era, bringing forth a new era. Birth and death are, hand in hand. They are two sides of the same coin, essentially. So the morning will start off with massive change, and in the evening, we have the Chariot. That's where movement will continue. What I love about the Chariot here, and I just kind of really learned this from a different creator. I'll see if I can find that and repost later. I love that this Chariot is not going anywhere physically. These Sphinxes aren't attached to the Chariot. This is a cylinder block that is just kind of sitting here. They're not actually going anywhere, and yet this card means movement, momentum, speeding forward. I love the celestial blues in the banner overhead, indicating that this is a world of your own making. There is celestial guidance there. So I love this card because there's so many layers to it. Some versions of the Chariot are actually physically transporting. They do have something attaching to the Sphinxes. There is a visual movement going on. Others don't. So it's very dependent on your deck. And that's what I love about tarot, is the message you receive from your deck could be different, even if it's the same card. The textbook meaning doesn't have to apply to each individual one. So keep that in mind when you're doing your readings here. So we have the 8th and the 9th. Let's go to the 10th. 10th in the morning. 10th in the morning, we have the 9 of Pentacles, independence, wealth, security, just kind of being able to sustain yourself. I love that. Not just sustain yourself either, to be able to do the things that you love, to have leisure time. I love that. So 10th in the evening. And this is Monday, I believe. Monday the 10th. So Monday evening. It takes a little bit to get the cards going sometimes. That's one of the reasons I usually do a time lapse, and when I was posting on TikTok, the time lapses were enough, you know, because they were short, quick little bursts of videos. I can make them easily on TikTok, but after it went dark the first time, I was out. I was not going to be doing that. Ooh, look at that, the hangman. So evening is going to be off with enlightenment, self-learning, self-improvement. So 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. The 11th is Michael's birthday. Michael's ashes are right here, so I'm gonna pop you front and center, buddy. It's Michael and Tyler in here, they're combined. So February 11th. Michael, you got any word on what that's gonna bring for us? What's your birthday bringing for us, buddy? The 7th was my dad's. Dad is right here. We got 7 and 11. We got the Hierophant. Again, that's one that I just wrote on today. So structures, traditional structures, religious, spiritual leaders, teachings. You have the 2 pupils essentially here. You have keys here at the bottom, unlocking the secrets of the wisdom that the Hierophant has to offer. So that's in the morning. What's in the evening? What's in the evening on the 11th? What is in the evening on the 11th? Let's see. Oh, I got multiple cards here. I'm going to pop that there, though. I'm going to stick with the one that popped on top, which is the 4 of Swords reversed. So whenever I have multiple cards like that, I gravitate to one singular one, usually the one that fell face up, ready to go. The other ones, if they fell below it, on top of it, but face down, I'll scoop those up usually and pop them back here. If it fell up within the deck, but not falling out, then I usually put it back in the deck, unless it was the only one that flipped out. So that's just kind of my process. So the 12th, so we got the 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. We're going down to the 12th. Just that slightly there. Sorry if it shakes. 12th in the morning. 12th in the morning. Occasionally, if it takes me a minute to get a good card, I see, oh, we got the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune peeking out. I will give it a quick shuffle and then continue on. Sometimes it just helps to shake things loose. Ooh, we got Justice reversed. So that's kind of self-explanatory. Justice reversed. Injustices, imbalances. I've been getting justice in both positions a lot lately. And with the current political climate, that's really not that surprising. So what about in the evening? Multiples popped out there. See, like 3 of those popped out. I'm going to take the one that fell out on top, which is the Page of Swords. I've also been getting this one a lot lately. So the Page of Swords is, this one I got, this was actually a spread earlier. So we had the teachings in the morning and the self-learning in the evening. So that's funny that I see them popping out again. And that happens a lot. The Chariot is one I've been getting frequently. The 4 of Swords frequently. Hangman. Almost all of these cards I've been getting in various spreads for various reasons. But to see these 2 in a daily spread back-to-back weeks is pretty interesting. So the Page of Swords, we have here a person standing alone but ready to fight against a windy background. You can see the birds up in the sky. Everything has meaning. Every little detail in the imagery has meaning. So whatever you take from it, that's what's important. That's why I post the picture in my readings, so that you can take a look and see what draws out to you. You can read the descriptions, you can read my interpretation of the energy, but what I interpret might be different than you. So don't be afraid to take a look and see what your intuition says. And it's okay if it's different than mine, because I'm not reading everybody's energy and everybody is not the same. All right, so that was the 12th. Next is the 13th. I think that's Thursday. Thursday the 13th. Thursday the 13th in the morning. Woo! If I get 2 cards, sometimes I will accept both. Oh, we've got the 3 of Wands and Judgment reversed. So the 3 of Wands in the morning, this, when upright, is usually kind of a symbol of expansion. So when reversed like this, it might be stagnation, it might be envy, looking out at what you can't have, looking out at your desires with an inability to reach them. It could be the fall of collaboration, finding that you're standing alone instead of with others by your side, which is usually what I see when it's upright. So that's in the morning. Judgment in the evening is reversed. When upright, I see a call to action and a reminder that we are all equal under the call of judgment. Nobody is above or below the law here, and the law of nature, not the law of the land. There's a huge difference. So when reversed, I'm seeing this as karma is out of balance, and it will not last long. Everything will turn back on its head. Everything will be righted eventually. But this day and this evening, which is Thursday the 13th, I see judgment on its head. I see a lack of karmic balance. And I see a wave coming after that. So let's see what happens on Friday the 14th. Usually the build up to Friday is interesting because everything falls on that Monday to Friday schedule. So even if things personally or just in general happen over the weekend, we almost never hear about them until Monday morning, right? So let's see what Friday has to hold. Friday the 14th in the morning. We have the 5 of Cups. This can be interpreted a bunch of different ways, whether reversed or upright. I see this as potential to move on from grief. In this particular moment, it might be the mourning, the sorrow for all of the blood that has been spilt. This feels very attached to the recent plane crash tragedies and the helicopter collision. This is feeling very, very governmental right now. I'm feeling this as very political, but also very personal. A lot of us know somebody who was either directly affected or who lost somebody close to them in these recent tragedies. This very much feels like some of us might be focusing a lot on this loss, or this might end up being the day of remembrance for these people. Oh God, I hope that's it. I hope Friday is a day of remembrance for those that were lost. Please let that be it, because they deserve that respect. Okay, Friday in the evening, Friday the 14th in the evening. What will that bring to us? Friday evening. I generally don't pull cards with purpose, with the very specific exception of when I pull past, present, and future from top, bottom, and middles, and that's always at the end of my readings. Here we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. That is interesting imagery, seeing the yellows bleeding down into each other and the greens, the water. That's an interesting reflective imagery. Oh, I love that. Okay, so that's why I say take the imagery into account, not just the traditional definitions, because the Page of Pentacles reversed sometimes is interpreted very negatively as the bringer of either bad news, somebody dropping the ball. It could be deceit, deception, lies, but it could also be, when it's upright, it could mean good news. It could mean something is coming that will change everything for the better. And it's optimism and it's hope. So when I see it, even though it's reversed, when I see it in this imagery, going from the 5 to the Page, it's almost like once we get that moment to grieve, there is then hope and optimism and opportunity. So that's what I'm getting for the week for the daily readings for the 8th through the 14th. And I'm very excited to share this with you guys. I hope you enjoy it. Obviously, I will try to get all of my readings posted the night before the day that these are meant for. Lately has been very hard for me with everything that's been going on politically, socially, personally. You know, it's been a lot. So I apologize that some of my posts have not been on time. I have been getting them posted eventually, and I do have tomorrow's ready to go. So that will be posted tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. And I'm going to do my best to get a lot of these written and ready to go over the weekend so that for the next 2 weeks, all of the dailies will be on auto post. Let me know if you guys have any questions you want me to start off with my live tomorrow until people can start joining in. I'm not sure what kind of... I'll be here whether you guys are here or not. So if nothing else, it'll be fun to record. All right. See you guys tomorrow.